Welcome to another Capeland Coaches Preseason interview. This time Kyle Buffington, the head football coach of the St. Francis Indians, brought to you by Farm Credit of Western Kansas and many businesses throughout the St. Francis area. And Coach, as you look ahead to the upcoming season, what do you expect?
I just expect to be competitive. You know, it's something new, and we're just going to go out and give it all we got.
All right, folks, if you want to know a little bit more about St. Francis football, you can always go to openspacessports.com. Well, Kyle, let's talk a little bit about you said the change, and you mentioned change. Of course, you're going to 8-man football for the first time in school history. You are part of an 11-man program that's really successful here, and so now a different direction, a different system. How are you prepared for it?
I think we're actually going to be just fine. The kids, we got an opportunity last year to play a couple JV games, and the kids loved it. You know, and I think we're just going to keep it simple, and we're picking it up well. And, you know, I think we're going to be just fine with it.
Do you have you found yourself looking at a lot of video and talking to other coaches that have been coaching 8-man for a while?
Yeah, we've I've made a few phone calls here and there and just talked about different things. And you know, the biggest thing I was concerned with was, you know, the tempo of the game. Many coaches say that, you know, 8-man, controlling the tempo isn't near as critical, and you kind of manage the thing a little bit different than 11-man, and that's kind of been more my, you know, research. But yeah, we've spent a lot of time on the internet, YouTube and different things, looking at different programs and how, you know, things could work and fit for us.
What about leadership for your team as you head into this season? Where does that come from?
It comes really top to bottom. We've had a great summer. You know, all the kids have been in here. There's freshmen working just as hard as seniors, but really I've got a very good group of seniors. There's only 4 of them, but you know, with Cade Braceland and Kyler Swigert and them guys, you know, we're just gonna have no trouble finding leadership. It's, you know, but my team is very good top to bottom of being able to, you know, grab a hold of a situation and make the best of it.
In your playing days, of course, you played for Tim Lambert, and it was the old wishbone, and it was, you know, we keep the ball on the ground and on the ground and on the ground, on the ground. As you approach this season, and with 8-man being a little bit different, will your emphasis still be to develop the ground game, or are you going to want to throw the ball a little bit more than you would typically, or not?
Yeah, I think we have the talent in place where we can start doing some passing, but we're still going to focus on our ground game. You know, there's really not going to be a whole lot of, you know, difference for us. We still want to come out and hit people, and you know, we just want to really keep the tradition as true as we can, and you know, but we're going to try and open things up a little this year.
Now, last year, I think you had trouble filling the schedule because of just finding teams to play. That has changed now with the 8-man, because Oberlin's gone 8-man. Of course, Atwood's been there for a couple of years. So your schedule, I'm assuming, is full. Yes,
it is, and that's great. You know, I feel bad for the kids here the last couple of years where they've, you know, been a couple games short, and you know, that's really not fair to them. But you know, we're close to the border here, and we're playing schools across in different states. That's really where we ran into conflict. Is they start a week different than us, and it's really where the biggest issue come from. And with, of course, Atwood dropping to you know, 8-man there a couple of years ago, we just couldn't fill the schedule. So
now the rivalry's back, Atwood and St. Francis, I suppose, right?
Yep, and I think we're looking forward to it.
All right, listen. Hey, good luck to you. Inaugural season for 8-man football. Wishing you the best, and we'll cover the St. Francis Indians numerous times throughout the year. Good luck to you.
Thank you very much.
All right, Kyle Buffington visiting with us, the head football coach of the St. Francis Indians, right here on OpenSpacesSports.com.